Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to the truest observers of the celebrity universe. You have tuned into Mr. Magazine, the only digital sanctuary where we do not just read the press releases, we read between the lines, behind the smiles, and deep into the hearts of the stars you love. Today, we are grappling with a story that feels like a script torn from the very dramas we watch on screen. A narrative overflowing with high tension, agonizing decisions, and the ghostly echoes of a past romance that refuses to fade into silence. It is a tale of professional boundaries colliding violently with personal history. We are talking about the bombshell that dropped this morning regarding the queen of the screen, Elçin Sangu, and the man who was once her perfect counterpart, Barış Arduç. But before we unravel this tapestry of rejection and resilience, I need you to join our growing family. If you value courage in journalism and depth in storytelling, smash that subscribe button right now. And for those who want the VIP pass to our editorial room, the Joiner button is your key. Your support allows us to ask the hard questions. Don't forget to like this video to help us trend, and turn on notifications so you are always the first to know when the drama unfolds. Now, let's step into the press room where everything changed. It was supposed to be a morning of celebration. The entertainment press corps had gathered at the crack of dawn, notebooks and cameras at the ready, anticipating a standard, joyous announcement regarding the premiere date of Elçin Sangu's highly anticipated new series. The air was thick with the usual buzz of promotional dates and trailer releases. However, the atmosphere shifted instantaneously when Elçin's manager took the podium. Instead of a smile and a release date, we were met with a somber, determined expression that signaled a storm was brewing. What followed was not a marketing pitch, but a public shutting of a door that many fans have been praying would open for years. The central topic of this emergency press conference was not the plot of the new show, but a casting decision that has sent shockwaves through the industry. The subject? Barış Arduç. Yes, you heard that correctly. The man who defined an era of romance alongside Elsen attempted to join the cast of this new production, and the answer he received was a resounding, public, and unequivocal no. For weeks, the corridors of the production company have been rife with whispers. Insiders claimed that Barış Arduç had managed to get his hands on the script for Elsen's upcoming project and was immediately captivated by the narrative. According to the gossip circulating in the tea rooms of the studios, he felt the male lead role was not just a character, but a mirror, a role tailor-made for his specific talents. But beneath the professional interest lay a deeper, more poignant motivation. It is whispered that Barış viewed this project as the perfect cosmic alignment, a golden opportunity to reconnect with Elsen, to recreate the magic that once captivated millions. Imagine the initial excitement of the producers. The prospect of reuniting this legendary duo is the kind of lightning-in-a-bottle moment that guarantees record-breaking ratings. However, the reality presented by Elsen's management was starkly different. In a move rarely seen in our industry, where polite excuses like scheduling conflicts are the norm, her manager chose the path of brutal honesty. "We have received a formal offer from Barış Arduç's team to join the main cast," he began, his voice cutting through the silence of the room like a knife. "However, after carefully evaluating the situation with Elsen and our strategy team, we have decided to decline this offer. Barış is a great actor, but his presence on set isn't what we need right now." Let those words sink in. Isn't what we need right now. Can you imagine the emotional impact of such a statement on Barış? Sources close to the actor describe him as having been incredibly enthusiastic about the prospect. It is said that he had confided in his inner circle, saying, "This time will be different. I know we can create magic together again, I just need her to trust me." These are the words of a man seeking redemption, a man believing that the chemistry of the past could be disciplined into a professional asset for the future. But it seems that for Elsen, trust was not enough to dismantle the fortress she has built around her peace of mind. The decision to reject him was not a snap judgment made in a boardroom, it was the result of an emotional reckoning. We have learned of a closed-door meeting between Elsen and her manager that took place days before this announcement, a meeting that lasted for grueling hours. Muffled voices were heard raised in passion, followed by long stretches of profound, heavy silence. Apparently, Elsen was torn. On one hand, the business logic was undeniable. Boris by her side guarantees commercial success. On the other hand, the cost of that success would be paid in the currency of her own emotional stability. A set assistant, speaking on condition of absolute anonymity, provided us with a heartbreaking glimpse into that meeting. In a moment of raw vulnerability, Elsen reportedly confessed, "I can't go through that again. If he comes through that door, my concentration will be shattered. I need this job to be mine, all mine." These words are a window into her soul. They reveal that the wounds of the past, whatever they may truly be in this complex history of theirs, are not fully healed scar tissue, but open sensitivities. She is reclaiming her narrative, refusing to let her work be overshadowed by the specter of them. Her manager, acting as the guardian of her career and her sanity, decided to nip the problem in the bud. In his official statement, he added a phrase that has generated intense controversy but commands respect for its clarity: on-screen chemistry is important, but harmony on set is vital. We can't risk our leading lady's emotional stability for a bit of publicity. This is a bold declaration that mental health and professional focus take precedence over fan service. I have to pause here because this is a massive moment in celebrity management history. I want to ask you, the Mr. Magazine community, did Elçin Sangu make the right choice? Is it brave to prioritize your piece over a guaranteed hit, or should she have put the past aside for the sake of the project? I am genuinely curious to see where you stand on this professional versus personal debate. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And please, if you are enjoying this deep dive into the industry's hidden dramas, hit that like button. It helps us keep bringing you these exclusive stories. Meanwhile, the reaction from the other side of this equation was swift and heartbreaking. Although Barış Arduç has maintained a dignified public silence, his private demeanor tells a different story. He was spotted leaving his talent agency shortly after the news broke, wearing an expression of deep sadness and palpable frustration. Witnesses claim they saw him pacing on the sidewalk, phone pressed to his ear, speaking in agitated tones. He was overheard saying, "Why won't they let me try? I promised I'd be professional, this is unfair." These are not the words of a casual job applicant, these are the words of a man who feels he has been denied a chance at something far more important than a paycheck. It is clear he had serious intentions of proving himself, perhaps hoping to rebuild a bridge that burned down long ago. But that door has been slammed shut, bolted, and barred. The producers of the series find themselves in a delicate position. While undoubtedly disappointed to lose the star power of a name like Barış, they have wisely decided to back their leading lady. They understand the golden rule of television: without a happy, focused leading lady, no series can survive, no matter how much buzz it generates. The question that now hangs over the production like a heavy fog is, who will fill the void? Who will take the role that Barış so desperately wanted? Other names are being circulated, A-list actors in their own right, but none carry the weight, the history, or the loaded subtext that Barış would have brought to every scene. The atmosphere on the set, even before filming has fully commenced, is reportedly tense. Everyone knows what happened. Everyone is talking about it in hushed whispers near the catering trucks. Elsen has arrived at the production offices looking impeccable as always, her professionalism a suit of armor, but observers note a colder, more distant look in her eyes. It is as if she has had to steel herself against the ghost of what could have been. Her manager remains by her side constantly, a vigilant sentry ensuring that no tactless questions about Barış breach her perimeter. It is fascinating, and somewhat tragic, to see how professional decisions are so inextricably intertwined with personal feelings in this industry. Rejecting this offer is not just a casting decision, it is a message. It is Elçin Sangu saying to her past, "I have moved on, and I am not going back." But is it the right decision? The fan base is devastated, their dreams of a reunion shattered. They wanted to witness those intense glances that only Barış and Elsen know how to exchange. Yet, Elsen chose herself. Rumors are now swirling that Barış might attempt one final, desperate move, perhaps sending a direct message to Elsen, bypassing the managers and the agents, a plea from one heart to another. Would she respond? Or would she delete it unread? Nobody knows. The only certainty is that this new chapter of her career has begun with a major scandal before a single frame has been shot. The tension is palpable, and Elsen's every move, every scene, and every interview will now be scrutinized for signs of regret or relief. Will she regret pushing Boris away? Or will this be the start of a new golden age for her, a renaissance where she shines free from the shadow of her former partner? Her manager's courage in publicly stating, "We rejected him," is a rarity in a world of smoke and mirrors. That brutal honesty is what makes this news so powerful. It forces us to look at our idols not just as characters, but as people making hard choices. We will be watching this set like hawks. As soon as the new lead is announced, or if Boris makes a public statement, you will hear it here first on Mr. Magazine. Thank you for navigating this storm with us. If you appreciate our dedication to the truth, please subscribe and click the "To Join" button to support independent celebrity journalism. Until next time, remember that sometimes the hardest no is the most necessary one. Goodbye.